camera right there.
We're gonna be looking at this one right here, and then I have impeccable editing skills. So,
All right, bet.
yeah. Tarris Horton here. I am here in Covington, Kentucky, Horton Social Corner, and then we're gonna get into a chop up a conversation about what someone who's older, mid 50s, and passionate about my community, and someone who's in the newer, younger generation.
My name is Quincy Huling. I got a movement called Compassion Over Violence, where we spread peace and positivity and try to upbring the youth so they can be better and try to be something deeper than just the streets and the life. We trying to push positivity and keep going for the youth, you know. I'm born Covington. That's me.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
Covington, straight me, Covington. I'm Kentucky boy. That's why I'm doing it for the C.O.V. It's eventually going to spread, but we focus on this right now.
Yes.
The abbreviation, Compassion Over Violence. And I got shirts made too. I've been seeing everything go downhill. Been seeing my friends start beefing with my friends. They shooting each other. We can't have that. And then we got these little kids thinking it's cool having guns and stuff. It's not cool, you know what I'm saying? What happened to us looking down to the little homies telling them, nah, do sports, do better, you get good grades in school instead of smoking weed, playing with guns in the hood with the big guys. And as big homies, y'all do that. If you a big homie, do what you want. As long as the youth sees that there's better things than just this to do in life. I'm trying to be the positive big homie. I can't tell every big homie because the big homie's not gonna listen. That's why we got to hit the youth while they're young. Like I try to get in the big homie's head, but you a grown man at the end of the day, so you gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day. With the youngins, you plant stuff in their head. If you plant weed in their head, they gonna start smoking weed. You plant guns in their head, they gonna start playing with guns. But you plant getting good grades in their head, you plant being an NFL player in their head, they gonna chase their dream, they gonna go to college, do what they gotta do to do what they gotta do. You gotta keep pushing positivity and peace in their head and keep trying to get them in sports and everything so they can keep going and keep trying to be the better version of themselves so they can be the great thing that comes out their family.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 17.
17, that's what I'm talking about. So as a 17-year-old right now, what can we do as someone who is older and has resources? What can we do to help you further your movement? I know that people with the resources will try to come to you and try to sun you. And whenever you need to be uplifted, the youth is going to listen to you more than the youth will listen to me. Just like I can have a conversation with you and understand you better than someone who might have the funding. They don't understand you, but I can translate. What's your vision, man? What do you see that could really touch the youth? Tell you this, man, everything's tangible. You can get anything you want to get.
We need the whole C.O.V. behind it. We can't just have me pushing positivity and think everything's just cool. We need more than one person. So we need all the OGs to speak out. We need all the kids to start, like my little homie Speedy. He be on there, compassion over. That makes me so proud. And that means that the word is getting out, you know? When I'm getting these shirts made, I ain't just getting these shirts made to sell. I'm getting these shirts made to represent what we got going on. We need more of the agenda pushed by the OGs for real, because the OGs they already been through everything. We need the OGs to start putting the facts in the kids' head instead of leading them down the wrong path.
From being, I'd say, an OG now, I love being an uncle or an OG or something like that. And being in your situation, being able to reach the younger generation. The OGs, most don't know what to do. You know more than they do. We do.
That's the thing though. OGs live under a code. The code, I get the code, but it's 2025.
You're in a good situation because you'll have someone like myself, the other OGs will get behind you and get you organized and structured. You having a board of directors behind you that'll help you make decisions and guide you in the right direction. We'll show you how to do it the organizational, structural way. Fund you enough you can make this twerk on $150. And with the passion that you have, because like I said, most of the OGs don't ever know this because we weren't taught this, because a lot of people, I was fortunate to have my father in my life. Most people didn't have their fathers. And that's where all of it, in my opinion, stems from the Black community.
I don't know my father neither.
When we start breaking it down into micro stuff, and we get past all that, we say, okay, we need to start focusing on listening to some of the guys who did have a father. You know, as crazy it might sound, and I'm gonna go a little deep with you. A lot of times they glorify the guys who didn't have fathers in their life, and they say, oh man, this dude's tough because he grew out without a dad, man. He like LeBron James. And then they put guys like me who grew up with a father, and my dad gave me emotional intelligence. How can we reach the youth? Because I do believe I see more kids that are having babies, because it's skipped a generation, more involved fathers. So how can we instill in your generation that when you guys go start to have kids, you have kids with the right woman? How can we reach that?
See, it's all bad right now because if the dude's trying to be a father, I'm not saying this for everybody, but if the dude's on child support, the wife, if they end up having something like bad going on, it's instant child support. So then father steps out when he pays out of child support and they deadbeat, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if the deadbeat father is trying to be there, like why is he on child support? Like it's all corrupted. It's like sometimes girls just be wanting babies for the money. It's different too because sometimes when the fathers just don't want to be there. When y'all chose to do it with the girl, you better be there for your son. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is around here a lot.
No, but you know what? That's a dirty game. It's been happening in my generation. OGs, you got hit two ways: child support, crack cocaine. Two of them, they gonna get you. Child support got me. I didn't get hooked or do crack cocaine or sell crack cocaine, but most of my generation did and did jail time. I got caught up in family court. Child support. Those are the things that took my generation out. I'd like to see, and I fight legislation for that now. That's what I get. Why I got involved in politics is to fight for men's rights to see their kids because I understand how important it is. It happened to me. They weaponized the family court system, and it's designed that way to break up the black family. And we know that now. They can't pull the trick bag on us no more. And if the girls do that and try to run that way, we have systems put in place for the men to be able to have rights to their kids. You know, it's called parental alienation. And if the parental alienation, we're fighting for legislation that a woman will get in just as much trouble for parental alienation as a man will get for not paying child support. So, and that's fair because the development of a child, you need. There's a development that you get. There's something that you get. That's why they don't want us to have it so much.
Hey, talk about everything. Go ahead,
I
spill
like
it
it.
out.
I like.
I
I like.
love
I like where your head is at, man. And I really appreciate you spending your energy on the next generation. Where is your you don't mind your spirituality? Do you have any kind of higher power? Or?
I'm Christian. Go to Redemption Church in Latonia. Coach Brown, you know, you already know.
He's a real
Ben
one.
Brown, hey,
He's a real one.
you know that's where you got to
one.
go. Hey, Principal Brown, he done helped me through my whole high school with starting the. He baptized me. He helped me grow spiritually. So it's like he's a really special person. And he's a leader of the youth for real. He done helped me through a lot of situations. Like when my grandma died, he really stepped up to help us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he really has a real good, genuine place in my heart. So I'ma always love him. He's the first person to ever see like in my high school career. Like he started me. I'm like sophomore year, I was nervous, and he was the one that believed in me. You know what I'm saying? He believed in me. He done did countless things for us, and we need to support him way more. You know what I'm saying? He don't get the support that he needs.
Hey man, congratulations, Ben. It's working. How important do you feel like it is to just because you are a Christian doesn't mean you're not going to be perfect. None of us are perfect. The fact that you're young and you've decided to give your life to a higher power says a lot. And it'll never go away. No matter what you do, no matter where you go in life, that's going to always stay with you. And that always, when you got baptized in that feeling, it's never going to go away. How can you translate that to the next generation who's looking up to you, who doesn't have someone at home that might not believe in a higher power? But what works for you? I can give you a good example, and this is some real ass stuff. I grew up in church from when I was born. I got saved in my mama's belly, come out. Grew up in church, came up in church, all that stuff. But when I got older, I had an alcohol problem that Christ couldn't stop. Jesus was there for me and everything like that, but I couldn't stop drinking. And I started listening to Farrakhan, him being a black man. He reached me and he was like, don't put that poison in your body. Click for me. And I'm not saying I'm Muslim, but I'm saying, how can you, for someone who might not have any kind of spirituality, how can you walk to let everybody know that find your way to another higher power?
Like I said though, I'm gonna lead everybody to God. So I look at everybody as a whole. If you Muslim, you Christian, you Catholic, you know what I'm saying? We all whole. We all believe in the higher up. So it's like I'm not gonna judge you because you're Muslim. You're not wrong because you're Muslim. You know what I'm saying? You just got a different belief. But we're all one.
Good to hear.
I love everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't care what you are. Hey, we're all one. We're all the same.
That's the answers that I'm trying to get. People are going to try to back as your influence gets larger. People are going to try to back you into a corner and try to influence you in certain ways. Since a young age, I've always been told, put your stick in the ground, stand on what you believe, admit you're wrong, learn from it, grow from it. Matter of fact, you can't grow unless you're wrong. You can't grow unless you lose. but never let anyone else influence you to do something that you don't. You got the now that you got the foundation now.
That's the thing, though. You're talking about influence. Some influence is good, though. And so you can't really say that if I'm trying to guide you in the right way. You could say, nah, I'm not letting him influence me and go down here. I've seen it happen a lot of times. I grew up on East 16th. I was familiar with that. I was going down the wrong road. My mom moved us up out of there. Thank God. Went back. We came back. We got back. God did that. You know what I'm saying? God did. That's when I went to high school and journey started. Like ninth grade, I was a little iffy, but then sophomore, that's when I became a man of God.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah.
I get that. The influence that you're having is not what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on the influence that people are going to have when they see that you have influence, how they can influence you. My sisters told me this when I was a young kid, don't never sell your soul. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Don't ever sell your soul. Don't ever sell your soul.
Don't sell out.
Don't sell out, man. That's his name.
That's a quote in the Bible too. The devil gives you everything and they make it seem like it's coming from a genuine place, and then it just that's real.
Your next step is, for me, my opinion, I think your next step should be getting you organized.
Yeah, we need like an organization.
You be the leader. It's your vision. You be the man. You call the shots.
That's the thing, though. It started with us. So I don't really can be the leader, like all of us that started it. Yeah, I'm doing it, and yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's like I don't want people to look at me like I'm just, you do this, you do that, you do this.
We'll teach you the correct way how to put yourself on a team. You play football?
Yeah.
It's a quarterback. Quarterback's got to do that job. The center's got to do their job. The right tackle, the left tackle, to win. We all got to do it. You got a coach, you got a general manager, you got people who gonna love you and say, okay, we're gonna make sure this young man makes it to the right direction. All you gotta do is keep your nose clean and put your faith in God, and we'll make sure to steer you the right way.
We start here, but we trying to make it worldwide. C.O.V is about to be worldwide.
Yeah.
You hear me? You hear me? C.O.V about to be worldwide. I'm telling you. I see the vision. We gonna be somewhere, but we can't let the devil stop us. That's the only thing.
He won't, man. We got him. Yeah, I haven't seen kids dedicate themselves to God, and there was like this young life movement in 2010 that people got onto. And my name is Tarris Horton. I've been here chopping it up. Hope to continue to see you do big things. Anything else you want my audience to know about you?
You know, C.O.V, we're going to be a powerful movement. Anybody, we're all leaders. So y'all all got to dedicate to being better for the community and the youth. So y'all keep pressing on the wheel and don't stop. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to stop you is you. So don't stop yourself. Keep going.
And before you go, I'm going to give you a little Covington history. The people behind you, the Bonfilios, they had a restaurant down here on Pike Street down here called Frank's Old Town Cafe. And they were a huge part of our community. They were really big supporters of all the youth, and they retired and sold their business. And this was one of the artifacts that was preserved from that historic place. Most of the interviews I do with Covington people take place right behind this. So we always got to give a shout out to Frank and Debbie Bonfilio for all the things that you've done for Covington, past, present, and the future. We're out.